based on a true story. Codename Deception, the untold Stuxnet saga. What you are about to hear is not a creation of fiction, but a riveting account grounded in real-world events, a tale of clandestine operations, geopolitical intrigue, and unintended consequences. In the clandestine realm of cyber warfare, Stuxnet emerged as a game-changing digital weapon, forever altering the landscape of espionage. Unaware to the world, this sophisticated computer worm was conceived with a singular purpose: to infiltrate Iran's nuclear facilities and sabotage its burgeoning nuclear program. The primary target of Stuxnet was the Natanz uranium enrichment plant in Iran, a critical component of the nation's nuclear ambitions. Unlike typical malware, Stuxnet was not aimed at stealing information or causing chaos in a traditional sense. Instead, its mission was to manipulate the supervisory control and data acquisition (SCADA) systems, particularly the programmable logic controllers (PLCs) that governed the centrifuges used in uranium enrichment. What set Stuxnet apart was its modular structure and ingenious use of multiple zero-day exploits, vulnerabilities unknown to both the software vendor and the public. This made it exceptionally challenging to detect and thwart, allowing the worm to adapt seamlessly to different systems. Its digital signature, stolen from reputable digital certificate companies, added another layer of sophistication, creating a facade of legitimacy that further obscured its true origins. While the primary actors behind Stuxnet were never officially confirmed, speculation pointed toward a collaborative effort between intelligence agencies, notably the United States and Israel. This speculation arose due to the worm's unparalleled level of sophistication and its specific targeting of Iran's nuclear facilities. Stuxnet showcased a new dimension of cyber warfare, where digital weapons could directly impact physical processes with potentially profound geopolitical consequences. Today, we're diving into a real story revealed by a recent article. No fiction here, just the true tale behind a secret mission. Join us as we explore the details that were kept hush-hush until now. This isn't just a news flash, it's a look into a piece of history that's been under wraps. Subscribe, hit like, and let's uncover the simple truth together. Ready for the scoop? Let's roll. A daring recruitment and perilous mission. Little did the world know that this audacious mission had an unsung hero, the person responsible for implanting the virus into Natanz's systems. Until now, this figure remained shrouded in mystery, a silent architect of a super top-secret operation. The revelation came to light when Volkskrant recently posted an article unveiling the mastermind behind this unprecedented covert endeavor: Erik van Saben. Erik van Saben, a Dutch engineer working in the bustling city of Dubai, was not your ordinary professional. Known for his fearless spirit and penchant for risk-taking, his life took an unexpected turn when the Dutch intelligence service, AIVD, handpicked him for a mission that would reshape the landscape of modern espionage. His mission: infiltrate Natanz and install equipment designed to sabotage the Iranian nuclear weapons program. As Van Saben embarked on this perilous journey, the world remained oblivious to the covert collaboration unfolding behind closed doors. The operation, shrouded in secrecy, involved meticulous planning and coordination between intelligence agencies. The stakes were high, the risks monumental, the impact and tragedy unveiled. Van Saben's successful mission sent shockwaves through the Iranian nuclear program. Nearly 1,000 ultracentrifuges, crucial for enriching uranium, were destroyed, effectively delaying Iran's nuclear ambitions for years. But the true magnitude of this operation was yet to be revealed. Erik van Saben was recruited in 2005, according to sources. The engineer then worked for transport company TTS in Dubai, but then made a move to the Arab Al Jaber Group before returning to TTS. At the transport company, he was in the ideal position to get specialist Western equipment to Iran. Sources and former colleagues say Van Saben was handy and willing to take risks. He and transport company TTS International also had connections in Iran, and it was not uncommon at the time for Dubai to be used to evade Western sanctions. "We did business in Iran at a time when it was officially no longer allowed," responds Peter Knapp, director of TTS International. His company supplied parts for the oil and gas industry in Iran. Knopp said he was not aware of his employees' secret activities, but I am convinced that Eric could have done the operation. According to Knopp, von Saban was an adventurer who traveled a lot. He wasn't afraid to try things. In the run-up to the crucial phase of the operation, a previously unknown meeting took place at the headquarters of the MIVD, the Friedrichskaserne in Scheveningen. Engineer von Saban had already been recruited by the AIVD. Dutch intelligence sources say that CIA Director Michael Hayden, responsible for Operation Stuxnet in the United States, visited the top of the Military Intelligence Service MIVD in 2006. Contacts between the CIA and the top of the MIVD were good at that time. On the sidelines of the meeting, Hayden also talked about an ultra-secret mission that was being carried out by the AIVD. The American only had concerns about progress. One source recalls Hayden saying it was crucial to get water pumps into the Iranian nuclear complex. These contained a technical feat that would ensure that, once the water pumps were installed, the Iranian ultracentrifuges further down in the system would break down. The technology had cost between $1 and $2 billion to develop, Hayden said, according to the source. The former CIA director confirmed the meeting with the top of the MIVD in a telephone conversation with De Volkskrant. Hayden: I remember that. The former director cannot confirm whether the sabotage virus did indeed enter the Iranian complex via the water pumps supplied. I can't say, sorry. That's still a secret. Hayden adds that he has always enjoyed working with Dutch people and that he thought they were good. Former MIVD director Peter Koblenz, present at the conversation with Hayden, said when asked that he had no active memory of the conversation. The American James Lawler, head of the CIA's Counter-Proliferation Unit until 2005, when asked whether he was surprised that the CIA and the Mossad needed a Dutchman to smuggle in the Stuxnet virus. No, the Netherlands has enough smart engineers. But what the CIA director did not tell the Dutch services was that the water pumps contained the infamous computer virus, and AIVD officers involved in the operation also did not know what was hidden in the equipment that went to Natanz. An intelligence source: the Americans have used us very hard. What did the AIVD know about the role it played in the launch of Stuxnet? The answer is so deeply hidden that the intelligence service cannot find in its own archives that the AIVD was the crucial link for the success of the infamous operation, according to the Volkskrant investigation. The Secret Service does not know that it was their agent who brought the Stuxnet virus to Natanz. The chain of evidence is incomplete, concluded an internal investigation by the AIVD in 2019. The cause, according to multiple intelligence sources, the CIA never told the AIVD that the equipment that von Saban brought to Natanz contained the devastating virus. The Dutch service knew that it was participating in an operation to sabotage the Iranian nuclear program, an act that the AIVD consciously chose to do. The Netherlands, together with 47 other countries, is now part of the Nuclear Suppliers Group, NSG, an international group that tries to prevent materials and knowledge for nuclear proliferation, dissemination, from ending up in the hands of other countries. The group wants to prevent Iranian nuclear enrichment, but the AIVD never knew that the Americans wanted to use a new digital weapon for this purpose and had it installed by a Dutch agent. We only realized that much later, says an involved AIVD employee. It is a poignant picture. We should have asked more questions. The AIVD does not want to say anything 16 years after the operation. De Volkskrant has shared all the conclusions of the investigation, but the Dutch service does not comment on the content. We never make statements about matters that could give away something about our working methods or precise level of knowledge, says a written response from the AIVD. The CIA does not respond to questions about the water pumps and the failure to inform the Dutch services. It is unclear whether von Saban himself knew that the equipment he had to bring to Natanz contained the infamous virus. Sources say he was aware of the purpose of the operation: sabotage of Iran's nuclear program. When he died suddenly after the operation, it raised questions among some intelligence service employees. They feared a connection with his secret activities in Iran. He paid a high price, the MIVD said. Friends and family still assume a fatal accident. From conversations with people who were at the scene of the accident at the time, there is nothing to indicate possible intent. The engineer's death meant that the Americans and Israelis could no longer use his access to the complex. It is unclear whether this was the reason why the virus was subsequently adapted. It is also possible that the contract with von Saban had already been terminated, and that he could no longer carry out work in Natanz in 2009. The computer virus, which caused valves of ultracentrifuges to close at a predetermined time, preventing gas from escaping, was modified by the Americans and Israelis in the spring of 2009. The newer version was able to spread itself, no longer requiring the use of an agent to get the virus onto the Iranian system. The new version subsequently arrived in Natanz via infected Iranian companies and infected employees. By adding this so-called worm capability, the United States and Israel took the risk that the existence of the malware would become public. That happened in 2010, when Stuxnet arrived on thousands of computers in Iran and systems crashed. The virus caused unrest worldwide. There were also fears that Stuxnet would cause damage in Almelo, where the Urenco factory for low-enriched uranium is located. It was the first time that destructive malware was deployed by countries. The geopolitical consequences of the Stuxnet sabotage were great. After the existence of the virus was leaked, other states also started developing digital weapons. The visit of CIA Director Michael Hayden to The Hague had therefore been anything but innocent. There are still many questions for von Saban's family. Was Iran aware of Eric's secret work? Did the engineer himself know how big his role was in the operation? Why did he flee Iran? His mother is upset by all the information that she did not know until de Volkskrant approached her. Her mind keeps spinning, but little by little things fall into place. Eric was good at keeping things to himself, she says. She remembers one special talent of his. He graduated with a digital program that made calculations about moving objects. Eric was good with computers. The dust has settled, but the questions linger. Who truly pulled the strings? What does the future hold for cyber warfare? And where does the line between hero and villain lie in the digital age? This story was just the tip of the iceberg, a glimpse into the shadows where technology and power collide. Want to dive deeper? Smash that like button and subscribe. Together, we can explore the hidden connections, uncover new mysteries, and keep the conversation about Stuxnet burning bright. Let's crack the code of the future. One story, one comment, one share at a time. Join the truth seekers. Subscribe now.